Oh, Alaba, oh, Alaba, oh, Alaba. Let's show them what you do inside the branded Despia. Alright guys, it's your boy J Pizzy back with another video. We have branded Despia today. I'm so excited for this one. I've been enjoying this deck so much. I ranked all the way down to Platinum 5 again and ranked all the way up to Platinum 1, one win away from Diamond, just so I can show you guys that you can climb with decks. I love showing you guys that you can climb with decks. Branded Despia is one of the easiest climbs you can do. I think the only matchups you really struggle against is Swordsoul. I can't wait to show you guys my Swordsoul replays, and Runick a little bit. Runick is quite a tough matchup because if they start banishing all the right cards and you don't draw into the specific cards you need, or your one Harpy's Feather Duster, you struggle. But if you're able to draw into the right cards and you're able to get some plays onto the field, you could just storm your board with so many fusion monsters that they have no response, right? So it's such a good matchup, especially when you could bring out your Chimera, because now Runick can't target your Chimera, especially if you use Polymerization and it's in the graveyard with any of their spell cards. So they're basically just playing with a dead horse. So it's an amazing matchup with Runick. It struggles a little bit against Swordsoul. Swordsoul is one of the tougher ones, and oh boy, does it struggle against Ending Meon, because it's very difficult to beat an Ending Meon deck when it has like 5 negates on field and you just have to sit there and watch them recycle their negates with their Selene. So I hope you guys enjoyed the deck list, and we're going to go through the card by card. So the first card on the deck list is Tragedy. Tragedy is such an amazing card. It gets banished from Runick. You get to add a Despia monster from your deck to your hand. Such an amazing card. It goes to your graveyard. You're able to set a branded spell or trap from your graveyard onto the field and then activate it. And funny enough, you know what this plays around? It plays around anti-spell, right? Because when anti-spell activates, you have to set spell or traps to the field. When you activate Tragedy in your graveyard, it literally sets the trap on the field for you, and the game understands that as it being set before. So now you're able to just play the card. That worked out for me one time where I used Tragedy's effect. I set my spell or trap to the field. I believe it was branded opening, and he basically activated anti-spell, but I was still able to activate my branded opening. It was such an amazing play. I remember that duel. It was against Runick. He was playing the stupid Runick control version, but we still clapped him. We're playing your regular staples, Maxi, Ash Blossom. Maxi needs to be banned, but whatever, Konami, we're gonna rock with it. Just like Illusion of Chaos is not in Master Duel. Our next card is Imp. Imp is such an amazing card. You run the Imp Patchwork package where you could use Imp to get into your Frightwork Patchwork, and then Frightwork Patchwork into a Polymerization and another Imp. I use this combo so much. It gets you into Guardian Chimera so much, and against most decks, Guardian Chimera is an auto win. Sky Striker, they can't target Guardian Chimera, so most of their cards are dead, so you can just leave your Guardian Chimera on the field and they'll struggle to get over it, right? And then also, you're able to go into your Masquerade plays where your opponent starts burning themselves, so you can hit them a couple times, and now they only have 600 life points. They can't activate nothing because Masquerade's on the field. I love those wins for sure. Fairy Tale Snow as another interruption, or sometimes you just need her to get that extra push to finish games off. You send her for the fusion summon off of Branded Fusion for Albion. It's such an amazing card. You just banish 7 in your graveyard, hand, or field, and you're able to special summon her. Sometimes it just wins you the game. Sometimes your opponent might special summon a monster that you need face down so that it can't activate his effect, and then you just activate Snow's effect, special summon to the field, and you're able to stop their activation. It's such an amazing card. It's won me so many games. I love Fairy Tale Snow, and you should put it in your deck too. We have Fallen of Albaz, the main man himself, right? The brother of Aluber, maybe cousin, one of the two. But Fallen of Albaz, such an amazing card. You go up against dragons. This boy wipes dragons' fields. He absolutely destroys dragons. It's no wonder that when you're playing branded Despia, you barely go up against dragons. I just don't understand it, but he's such an amazing card. You set him to the field, you contribute all the dragons on the field, and then special summon your fusion dragon monster from the Albion lore, right? So I think it's such an amazing card. It's an easy win. Sometimes it forces negates where your opponent, you normal summon, you're able to now discard either Imp or Tragedy, and you could get the the +1 on the tragedy and the +1 on the imp. Well, it will be a +1 on the imp and just a it will be a flat +1 on the tragedy and then a flat +2 on the imp. Of course, we got the main man himself, Albert. I was just singing a song about him because he's such an amazing card. He literally can bring branded spell traps directly to your hand. It's no wonder they had to limit him inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. He can literally, when one of your fusion monsters get destroyed, come back to the field, negate the effects of one of your opponent's monsters. I remember this game, it was against Sky Striker. He had the full linkage Hayate play to go into your full 8,000 damage. He completely cleared my field, and then he special summoned Kagari, and guess what I did? I special summoned Albert back to the field and negated the effect of Kagari because he had just destroyed my Masquerade with his spell card. And now he couldn't attack, or I think it was Hayate. He couldn't attack with Hayate, so he just ended his end phase and went straight into Kagari. He absolutely had the perfect win because he had linkage set in his back row, but he couldn't win. Can't wait to show you guys that replay. It was such an amazing duel. We have McCurry in here as an extra negate. You draw into McCurrier. I feel like it's an extra negate. It saved me a couple times versus the Swordsoul matchup where they tried to do the Zhishao banish to negate, and then you just toss McCurrier out of your hand, negate the effect. It's come up a couple times, and you can search McCurrier off of Branded Loss. I rarely find myself using Branded Loss to search for my springing beast because I personally don't think it makes any sense. I'd rather just grab the extra negate. And then sometimes when you're playing against Runick and Runick banishes this card, you're able to add a Fallen of Albas or one monster that matches it from your deck to your hand. So I think it's an amazing card because then you could use Fallen of Albas, bring it to your hand, normal summon him using to fusion summon with their Runick cards, right? It's such an amazing card. So I keep one Mercurier in the deck so I could search off for Branded Loss. So we have Springing's Kit. Springing's Kit is just my extra Albert. Instead of in those grind games where you really have to grind a game out, you really want a Kit in your deck so you can normal summon Kit and be able to get Branded Fusion to your hand. Obviously, Dramaturge. Dramaturge is just to end games off, so you bring Dramaturge to your hand, you use it as fusion material, you're able to special summon him, and then any kind of plays that your opponent have in terms of special summoning monsters, you're able to now negate those effects. So it's just an extra negate on the field. Your opponents have to deal with Dramaturge or else most of their plays get stopped in their tracks. Ablibitin. Ablibitin is such an amazing card. You use Ablibitin as fusion material, you can special summon a level 8 fusion from your deck. From your graveyard or your banish zone. It's such an amazing card. I love it so much. You use, I believe it's Tragedy, to add Ablibitin straight from your deck to your hand. So when you set up your I forgot the name. Branded in Red. When you set up your Branded in Red plays, you can use Ablibitin with Branded in Red to now special summon back your Mirror Jade that's already on field. Then we have the regular staples, Nibiru, Harpy's Feather Duster, Polymerization as a part of the Patchwork package, Patchwork as a part of the Patchwork package, 3 Branded Fusion. I know Konami is probably going to ban this card in the future, but hey, whatever, we have it in here. 1 Branded Loss, you use Branded Loss to search your Mercurier or your Springing's Kit, and then 2 Polymerizations. This card wins you duels. You go up against Swordsoul, you go up against Mathmech, you go up against Runick. You can literally use Polymerization to win you duels. I can't wait to show you guys the Swordsoul mashup where I used his Baron the Floor and his TEIR to special summon my Mud Dragon of the Swamp. It was such an amazing play, but and my opponent just quit the game because he was so upset about that. 2 Call by the Graves, regular, Crossout Designator. I play Droplet because you're able to, a lot of players use cards that they can special summon to your side of the field. I believe I have a Heroes matchup where he did that, where I couldn't activate any spell cards, so I used Forbidden Droplet to send his monster that he sent on my side of the field and negate the effect of, I think it was his Law that was stopping me from having my cards go to the graveyard, and I still was able to wipe the field with him. Such an amazing card, Droplet. Droplet sometimes breaks boards. It's sometimes that one card that you're missing. Like I had an Enderman matchup where I lost because he had, I think it was 5 negates on field, and he had Celine to reoccur his negates on field. And if I had top deck Forbidden Droplet, I would have won the duel because I had Imp and Tragedy in my hand, so I could have sent to both of them and whatever cards the rest of my hand, because they would have gotten me into my starters of Alubur, Patchwork, and then into Polymerization and Imp. So I would have been able to wipe him out if I had drawn into Droplet, but I didn't draw into Droplet, so I lost the game. But Droplet has won me so many games. It's such an amazing card. I love it. You have to play it in this meta. Branded Opening basically is just 2 more Aluburs. Use Branded Opening, you send Patchwork, you send Tragedy, you're able to search your Alubur, special summon him to the field, and search for your Branded Fusion. Such an amazing card. Branded in red, same thing. You bring your Despia monsters from your graveyard to your hand, and you're now able to fusion summon. It's just one of those extra cards. You could finish games off with them. If your opponent controls a monster especially, you could use it to go into your Guardian Chimera plays. And then I like to run Branded Banishment. I don't like Retribution. Retribution I know is an extra negate on board if you're able to get it on board, but I like Branded Banishment. I'm able to bring back one of my Despia monsters from my graveyard and use it to special summon and as a super polymerization using my opponent's monsters as well. The side deck, we're just running 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Starving Venom. These are my 2 super poly targets. We have Predaplant, Draco Stapelia. We summon this if we need to negate our opponent's monsters, like if we're going up against the Swordsoul matchup. Albion we use to send Snow. Despia Coralitis, this is to end games off, so we turn all our opponent's monsters to 0 attack. And then we have Masquerade, 2 Masquerades to burn our opponent down, 2 Mary Jades, 2 Lubellion, obviously Mary Jade being the star of the deck, being able to send a Albion to then banish a card on the field, quick effect. And if your opponent does anything about it in the wrong way, you can now destroy all of their cards in the end phase. Such an amazing card. That won me a Umi matchup, yeah, because he banished, he destroyed my Mary Jade off of me attacking with Sea Stealth, and it absolutely wiped his field. So he just quit the game after that one. Lubellion gets you straight into your Mary Jade. Albius Dragon, you use use Fallen of Albest to go into this card if your opponent has dragon monsters, completely wipes their board. Guardian Chimera, such an amazing card. You could pop their Runick field spells, you could pop their Swordsoul monsters. Is such an amazing card. And Mathmech, such an amazing card. Despian Procanion, I don't know how to pronounce this card's name, but it's a really good matchup against Mathmech. You're able to banish their Mathmech or Adagnister. You're able to banish their Link monsters from the graveyard so that they can't, you know, bring it back to the field and try to defeat you with Access Code Talker. So let's go into the replays. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Alright, so first replay that we're looking at today, we're going up against Swordsoul. He went first, I went second. I'm just going to fast forward so you can guys see his plays. He's going to go into his Ecclesia, special summon Moyi, show Taiye. He's going to go into Shishao 1, Moyi 2, go into his Longyang, discard Taiye. Regular plays, he goes into his Swordsoul, Sinister Sovereign, this comes up later. And then he uses Taiye, banishes his spell. Yeah, I'll pause it. He banishes his spell Swordsoul cards, so Sacred Summit, to lower the level of Vishuddha to then go into a Baron the Floor, because Vishuddha became level 6, and he had a level 4 token. So we start off with Super Poly. We get rid of the Baron. We get rid of his Taiye. I assumed this card set back here was Breakout, but it wasn't. So I go into Alubur, grab Branded Fusion. He's going to activate Sinister Sovereign, banish my Branded Fusion, but I'm still going to be able to pull the fusion off. We're going to go into Lubellion. I know he's going to use his Shishao to negate my Lubellion. That's cool. Right, so he negates my Lubellion. I was actually planning for it. I have Tragedy activating the graveyard so I can add Dramaturge, just so I can try to go for game. Go ahead for the polymerization. Use Dramaturge, Alubur, and Lubellion to go into Guardian Chimera. Guardian Chimera is going to allow me to pop 2, draw 1, and Dramaturge is going to be able to special summon back to the field. He's going to activate Sinister Sovereign. Sinister Sovereign is going to banish my Chimera, and then he's going to use Call by the Grave to banish and negate the effect of my Dramaturge. Okay. And boy, is he taking my life points down. So I draw into Call by the Grave. I know he has all of his Swordsoul monsters in his graveyard. So we can use Call by the Grave to negate any of their effects. So we just go into Mud Dragon, attack for 19, end turn. He's gonna Ecclesia. I use Call by the Grave, banishes Ecclesia. He only has 1 card in hand. I'm assuming it's either Blackout the Trap and he has no way to use it, or some type of hand trap that he has no way to use. So turn's gonna go pass back to me. I'm gonna play Branded Loss. He's gonna think I have Branded Fusion in hand, and I think he's gonna scoop. Okay, next replay. So we're back with another duel. I forgot who I was up against here. Oh, heroes. Here's the hero. The hero game. So he's gonna go ahead into Stratos, pull off his full hero plays, go into increase into Vion. Vion sends Shadow. He's able to grab a Polymerization. Go into Phoenix Enforcer. Then he can go into his extra hero. I believe he's gonna go try to search for his mass change. And he also searches for Dark Angel. Such cheese. But again, we're going second, so we're all about that breaking board life. So we're just gonna break his board, whatever board he puts up. He goes into Law. So now we have to deal with a Law, we have to deal with a Dark Angel, and we have to deal with a Phoenix Enforcer. So, oh, he's not done. Okay. So here's how we break this board. We have Droplet already on draw, so I didn't understand why I couldn't send his Dark Angel and my M-Pin. For some reason I couldn't activate again, so use another card to send for Droplet. So I target Law. He's gonna activate Mass Change to go into another Law. Yeah, we saw that coming. Polymerization. Patchwork is gonna go through. I'm gonna be able to grab Polymerization. He gets to discard my Imp. I activate Branded Loss. Normal summon Alubur. Grab Branded Brandishment. Activate Branded Fusion. He's gonna activate Enforcer. He's gonna pop my Branded Loss. I'm gonna send Tragedy and Fallen of Albas to special summon Lubellion. I think that's it. He's out of plays. Lubellion. Send Brandish Banishment. Activate Tragedy to go into Dramaturge. Yeah. And then I use Fallen of Albas and Lubellion to go into Marajade. And then I'm going to use Polymerization to use my Alubur, my Imp, and my Dramaturge to pop 1, draw 2. So Chimera is here. Chimera pop his Law, I believe I popped. I can't remember which one I popped. I popped one of them. So I popped his Law. And then I'm going to activate Mary J to banish his Phoenix Enforcer. And then we just go for game and he surrenders. Good play, my friend. So this is the last replay. We're up against Runick this time. Let's see how this matchup looks. I can't wait for it to drop the replays video tomorrow. You guys can get to see all of the branded Despia replays that I've gathered. There's a couple of Runick games in there. This will not be one of them, so I'm just gonna show this one off. So he's gonna go ahead and grab Fountain. He's gonna activate Slumber, target my monster, target his monster, and then send the top 2 of my banish pile, top 3. So I'm just gonna show you guys the banish pile so far. So he banished 1 branded in red, 1 fusion, 1 max C. I'm gonna activate Patchwork, grab Poly, grab Imp, normal summon Alubur, Alubur search for branded fusion, activate Poly, go for my Chimera play. I know he can't target Chimera because polymerization is in the graveyard. So I go into my Chimera. I target his Runick Fountain so that we can get rid of his... if I try to destroy one of his Runick cards, he's able to banish his Yugioh, right? So then we go into our Branded Fusion plays. He goes into Smiting Storm to special summon a Runick monster. I drew into Ash Blossom, funny enough. Then I activate Max C so I can get a draw off of his Smiting Storm. Smiting Storm, summon Yugioh again, which is fine. I drew into another polymerization. We send Snow, we send Fallen of Albaz, go into Albion. Obviously, I'm going for game. I activate Albion. He's going to activate Yugioh to grab another Fountain and try to draw 2 cards. I'm going to negate with Ash. He didn't see that coming, so he doesn't draw shit. Next turn, try again, brother. So he's going to be able to grab another Fountain, Albion, banish my Kit and my Fallen of Albaz, go into Lubellion. Lubellion's going to activate, discard Super Poly, activate Super Poly so I can dodge his spell card if he has it. So now he can't activate any card effects. I tried to use Lubellion, but I couldn't, which is fine. So I go into Draco Stepelia, and then Lubellion into Lubellion, Fallen of Albaz, into Mara Jade. And then we're going to try to go for game. So I attack him for 3,000, attack him for 2,700, and then he's going to activate Destruction to special summon. I'm going to activate Mara Jade to send Albion and banish his Gary, and then hit him for 3,300. So that was this Runick matchup. Hope you guys enjoyed the replays. I'm going to try to cut this video down so we can only get it to 20 minutes. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos that we're putting up. After this, of course, we're going to have all the branded replays posted up on the channel. And check us out on Facebook at JPizzy. Check us out on TikTok, Twitter at JPizzy. It's JPizzy all across the board. And thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all the support. We just hit 1,000 views on the channel. I'm so proud of that. So let's keep it going. Thank you so much for all the support. Have a good one. Take care.